2 years. That's how long I believed every word my girlfriend ever told me. I trusted her completely. I defended her whenever someone questioned our relationship. I even started saving for an engagement ring. Then one ordinary Tuesday, everything changed. One notification destroyed 2 years of memories. And suddenly, nothing made sense anymore. Hey everyone. Today's story is about trust, betrayal, and how one tiny lie can grow into something that changes everything. Let's get into it. I'm Ethan. I'm 29. I work as a software engineer in Austin, Texas. 2 years ago, I met Claire at a mutual friend's birthday party. She was funny, confident, easy to talk to. Within weeks, we were inseparable. She always remembered the little things. My coffee order, my favorite football team, even my mom's birthday. It honestly felt like I'd won the relationship lottery. My friends loved her. My parents loved her. Even my older sister, who never trusted anyone I dated, said Claire seemed genuine. For nearly 2 years, life felt perfect. Or at least, that's what I thought. Every Friday we ordered takeout. Every Sunday we visited my parents. She even talked about buying a house together. We planned vacations. Shared a savings account for future trips. Talked about dogs, kids, marriage, everything. Looking back now, I realize how convincing she really was. Because none of us saw it. Not even once. The first strange thing happened around our 1-year anniversary. She suddenly became protective of her phone. Really protective. Before, she'd leave it on the kitchen counter. Now, it never left her hand. If she went to the bathroom, the phone went too. If she showered, the phone sat on the sink. If I walked into the room unexpectedly, she'd flip it face down. At first, I ignored it. Everyone deserves privacy, right? Then came the excuses. I'm just dealing with work. My mom keeps calling. My friend is having relationship problems. Every explanation sounded reasonable. So, I believed her. Because trust is supposed to work that way. Months passed. Then little details started bothering me. She'd disappear for 30 minutes while walking the dog. She'd randomly cancel date nights. Sometimes she'd smile while texting. Then instantly lock her screen. Whenever I asked who it was, she always had an answer. My cousin. My coworker. My college roommate. Always someone. Never suspicious. At least, not enough to start an argument. My best friend Jake noticed it before I did. One night he pulled me aside. Dude, something feels off. I laughed. You're overthinking it. He shrugged. I hope I am. I wish he'd been wrong. A few weeks later, Claire suggested we start looking at engagement rings. I was thrilled. I thought, this is it. The future we dreamed about was finally happening. I even scheduled a meeting with a jeweler. Life couldn't have been better. Or so I believed. Then came the Tuesday. It started like every other day. Claire worked from home. I drove to the office. Halfway there, I realized I'd forgotten my laptop charger. So I turned around. When I walked into the apartment, it was unusually quiet. No TV. No music. Just silence. I called her name. No answer. Then, I heard her laughing. Softly. Behind the bedroom door. I figured she was on a work call. So I walked toward the kitchen to grab my charger. That's when I noticed her phone. It was sitting on the counter. Unlocked. Buzz. A new message appeared on the screen. I wasn't trying to snoop. Honestly, I wasn't. But the preview appeared before I could even look away. It read, "I can't wait until he finally finds out." My heart stopped. Who was he? And finds out what? I looked toward the bedroom. Claire was still laughing. Completely unaware. For the first time in 2 years. I wasn't sure I knew the woman I loved at all. Coming next. The shocking discovery, the hidden relationship, the biggest twist, Ethan's revenge, emotional ending. Subscriber CTA audience debate question. This ending creates a strong cliffhanger that helps maximize audience retention and encourages viewers to keep watching. Next. I froze. The message stayed on the screen for a few seconds before it disappeared. I told myself there had to be an explanation. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was meant for someone else. But my stomach told me otherwise. A second notification popped up. This time it was from someone named Ryan. Don't worry. He still has no idea. I couldn't breathe. I knew looking through her phone was wrong. But after what I'd just seen, I needed answers. I unlocked the message thread. And my entire world collapsed. For nearly 2 years, Ryan and Claire had been talking almost every day. There were hundreds of messages. Photos. Plans. Inside jokes. The oldest messages dated back to the very week we started dating. Then I found the message that hurt the most. He's so easy to fool. He thinks we're building a future together. I stared at the screen. Read it again. Then again. It felt unreal. I kept scrolling. That's when everything finally made sense. Ryan wasn't another boyfriend. He was Claire's ex. The two of them had broken up years earlier, but they'd never truly let each other go. Instead of ending things, Claire had stayed in contact with him our entire relationship. Whenever she canceled our plans, she was meeting Ryan. Whenever she said she was visiting her mom, she was seeing Ryan. Even the girls' weekend she'd talked about months earlier. Ryan was there too. Every lie. Every excuse. Every promise. It all fit together now. I quietly put the phone back exactly where I'd found it. Picked up my charger. Walked out the front door. She never even realized I'd been home. For 2 days, I didn't say a word. I acted normal. We had dinner together. We watched movies. We talked about engagement rings. She smiled at me. As if nothing had happened. And every smile made the truth hurt even more. I wasn't planning some dramatic revenge. I wasn't interested in yelling or breaking things. I wanted something much simpler. I wanted the truth to speak for itself. That Saturday, our families were coming over for a backyard barbecue. Claire had planned it weeks in advance. Our parents were excited. My sister brought dessert. Everything looked completely normal. Until it was time for dinner. I stood up and tapped my glass. I just want to thank everyone for supporting us over the past 2 years. Claire smiled. She reached for my hand. Then I looked at her. I was actually planning to announce our engagement today. The entire table started clapping. Claire looked genuinely surprised. She even had tears in her eyes. Then I continued. But before I do that, I think everyone deserves to know why that won't be happening. The backyard went silent. I placed printed screenshots of the messages on the table. No shouting. No insults. Just the truth. Claire's face turned completely white. She looked at the pages. Then at me. Then back down again. No one said a word. Finally, her father quietly asked, "Claire, is this real?" She didn't answer. She couldn't. The silence answered for her. She tried calling me dozens of times. Then came the texts. "I'm sorry. It wasn't what you think. We can fix this. I never meant to hurt you. But every apology came after she got caught. Not before. That told me everything I needed to know. A week later, I closed our joint savings account. Canceled the ring appointment. Returned the apartment keys. Started over. It wasn't easy. Some mornings, I still woke up angry. Other mornings, I questioned whether I'd missed obvious signs. But with time, something changed. The anger faded. The disappointment faded. And eventually, so did she. About 8 months later, I ran into Jake for coffee. He smiled and said, "You look happier." I thought about it for a second. He was right. I wasn't happier because I'd gotten revenge. I was happier because I'd finally stopped living someone else's lie. Sometimes, losing the person you thought you wanted is exactly what makes room for the life you actually deserve. And that turned out to be the best ending I could have asked for. So, what do you think? Would you have confronted Claire immediately? Or would you have handled it differently? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe to Karma Stories, and comment below telling me what you would have done in this situation. Your support really helps the channel grow.